Hey YouTube, Amber Honey Raven, the Big Fat Witch, again coming back to you with another tarot walkthrough. Yeah, I wanted to show you, like I said, I've got a bunch of tarot decks stacked up that I'm going to be showing you over the next week or two, so you'll probably be seeing me because I'm going to do a bunch of videos tonight. So I'm going to look like this in several videos, but maybe I'll space them out. Right now, I want to show you the Mystical Wisdom card deck. It's written by Gay Guthrie, and art is by Josephine Wall. And this is an absolutely beautiful, look at the artwork on that. It is beautiful. This deck is by US Games. I'm going to put a link in the down bar if you want to go check it out. It's available on Amazon. It's not expensive either, guys. I think this deck is, I don't know, 15, 16 bucks or something like that. It's not expensive. So this deck, and as you know, Josephine Wall is very well known for her artwork. And this deck is all about archangels, archangels, goddesses, spirit animals, fairies, and the wonderful mystical creatures delivering uplifting messages and gentle encouragement to help get you past all of life's challenges and get back to joy. Yeah, this one came out, I think, in 2016 or 2017, but I just love this. I'm going to do a flip through for you. So this is the book. I love the artwork that it has such a Victorian quality without being totally Victorian. It's very mystical, very fairy, but this is one of the fold in half. It's a sturdy little book. I really appreciate that. I like it when the book is nice. So this guidebook basically does what all of your little tarot guidebooks. I love the size of this because if you are old like me and you have a hard time seeing, this is a very good size to have. She tells you how to use the cards, and then she goes right into the cards and their meanings. And there are little illustrations on each page. This is a beautifully done book, and she does give you suggested spreads at the back. Lots of suggested spreads, actually. And then if you want to learn about Josephine and Gay, here they are in the back. So let's look at these cards. Y'all, these are big. These are like I have big hands for a woman. So, these are nice big cards. So this is the back. A very nice muted, kind of a rose gold with a kind of a golden mandala in the middle. It's just a nice little, yeah, these are beautiful. And you know, they're not super heavy, but they are heavy enough that they won't bend on you. So this is the Archangel Gabriel, the messenger of creativity and hope. These are absolutely beautifully done. The color in these is spectacular. This is Archangel Raphael. I'm just going to flip through these so you can see each one. The Angel of Miracles. I love the feeling of this deck. You know, I'm not really into angels at all, but this is Animal Bond. It's one of my favorites. But the cards in this deck really spoke to me. I just, look, Battle of the Blues, and look at that Lady of the Lake. Battle of the Blues is take steps toward positive change. When it comes to Oracle, I do not mind an angel message coming through. Celebration, look at that. Her artwork is just amazing. Cheer up, live in the moment. And there you have a beautiful fairy who's kind of letting the light shine upon her. Yeah, I would buy this just for the artwork alone. Children, know that your children are protected. So then you have a tiger and a child next to it inside of a tiger lily. I love that. That's beautiful. And I love that there's like a space background because you wouldn't think of tigers and children and space going together. But yeah, and then you have choices. Make the best choices. I just love that these kind of have a, what was that Robin Williams movie in the 90s, What Dreams May Come? This is kind of what the coloring reminds me of. Competition, you have the tiger again, and then you have like this peacock fairy woman on the tiger. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. And actually it's a child riding a tiger. I love that. Confrontation, pick your battles wisely. And there you see, that's a lynx, I believe, but you have to look at these cards really closely because they have a ton of imagery in them. Creative wonderment, follow your passion. There's a lady going up a staircase. There's a beautiful gilded piano. Again, there's so much to look at on each card. There's a lot of different imagery. Like, look at this little peacock down here. You know, you might miss that if you're not paying attention. Beautifully done. And there's like perfume bottles sitting on this, and there's like a cup of tea and an old telephone. Just gorgeous. Dolphin. Dolphin reminds you, don't worry, be happy. And look at all those gorgeous bubbles. You know, when it comes to artwork, it is so hard to create this iridescent that you have going on with that bubble. So this is a very talented artist. Oh, and each bubble has like a dove in it. Some kind of bird. I think it looks like a dove. And there's like mermaids in the sea. It's beautiful. Dove is the leap of faith. And there you have the dove with the world. You have some butterflies down here. I love that. It's beautiful. Look at this dragon, you guys. Discover your courage. I think you can appreciate, even if you're not into fairies, dragons, angels, this is the dragonfly, that you can appreciate the imagery here. It is very green. It's very earth-centric. It is very mystical. The coloring, the dreams, I love this card. She seems to be sticking to a theme of coloring. I actually love what the messages of each card is. You know, dreams, dragonfly, courage. They don't necessarily seem intertwined, but the artwork does an amazing job of intertwining all these themes. This is enlightenment. Again, you're going to see elephants and peacocks. She's kind of invoking maybe the Indian goddess there with all the arms and the elephants in the background, and there's a tiger in this one too. Again, a lot to look at. Epiphany, seek clarity. This is amazing. I love that there's so much peacock overlay in this. Oh, face your fears, release the power of fear. This is a woman who's kind of shrouded in her own hair and blinded, and then there's a horse. Face your fears. And see, again, you've got like this planet imagery in the background. I love how overlapped all that is. Friendship, nurture your relationships. And you've got the women with the butterflies and the flowers in their hair. Go with the flow. Let things happen. And she is writing, what is that? They're like fish with butterfly wings and like trout tails, and that's amazing, right? I love that. Good fortune is invite magic in. She's got the rainbow shining through her. Gorgeous. Gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. Boy, we all need that reminder sometimes, don't we? I needed that reminder today, y'all. I was making a different video for my Patreons, and I was just going off and just kind of grumpy, and I needed to pull this card for myself today. Wow, this one's illusion, and there she has the mirror at her back. I'm looking in the background, and there is like an old, like British policeman in the back, and I'm gonna have to look up and see what the story is behind this one in the booklet that they sent to us, because I'm intrigued by that. Ooh, intuition. Invoking, yeah, she's got some unicorn realness going on there. Intuition, use that third eye, use that horn to guide you. I love that. Knowledge, reminding us to seek knowledge. And then you have like, you know, all this imagery of different people sharing with each other. So this is a good reminder to seek knowledge, not just from books, but from also your experiences and from the people that you meet. I need that reminder sometimes, because I can get a little misanthropic sometimes, and I'm like, I really don't like people. I mean, I do, but, you know, we all get to that place sometimes where we've just had enough of the world. Leadership, this one's about setting goals. And again, you're going to see a big cat. So here we have a lion. Lots of gold imagery. I love that. Legends, learn from those who inspire you. Now look at this little, I think he might be a little gnome, and then you've got like this, I think he's a salamander. I'm going to have to look at the imagery because, yeah, maybe he's a leprechaun. He looks more like a gnome, but letting go. Learn to let go. That's a difficult lesson for us sometimes, but it's a worthy lesson. I have learned that lesson 100 freaking times over the last couple of years, and it has been a very worthy, sometimes painful, but very worth it lesson. Memories, cherished memories of loved ones. I love that. So she's got kind of this image here. You may not be able to see it, but she's got like all these people and animals, and she's just kind of remembering. I love that. Money. Find a way to abundance. Abundago. I love that. I love that there's so much purple and blue and pink. Moving forward, get ready for positive change. And here we have a polar bear. Look at that ice goddess. And she's got kind of like this aurora borealis thing happening in her crown up here. That is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love that card. New beginnings, begin your new life. And here you have the phoenix. He's rising up from the flames. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely fantastic. Love it. Opportunity knocks. Go for it. I love how she's kind of expressing seeing inside of the bubble and seeing all the possibilities of the opportunity. And, you know, sometimes you just have to move forward with that. Originality, blaze your own trail. And then here she is dancing across the world. You know how they say, like, dance like nobody's watching? Well, I say dance like everybody's watching. Yeah. The owl, follow your intuition. That intuition has come up a couple of times in this deck. I think this is a deck that really, this is Peacock. I think this is a deck that really just reminds you to, like, trust yourself, trust your instincts. I appreciate that. It's beautiful. Potential, think big for your future. Again, this is about seeing all the possibilities and running with it. Looking into a crystal ball, there's an angel in there. I'm not sure which one that is, but there's fairies on this child's wrist right here. Again, you know, you have to look closely because you'll see lots of different imagery. Resilience, rise above tribulations. Now here is a really strange animal. There is a deer-headed owl with peacock feathers and a staircase. You've got another planet here. Yeah, there's a lot to look at here. Self-reliance, don't be afraid to fly solo. Boy, isn't that the truth. Sometimes you just got to get back to the roots of you and do things with yourself on your own. I love that. Sensuality, express your sensuality. I love, love, love the idea of this. Look at that. This is this woman, and she's all lush and rainbow colored, and like maybe this is her suitor up here. But this is a reminder to get back to all things, you know, vibrant and fertile and all those wonderful things. 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. So it looks like we have the 7 deadlies represented here. There's, again, you have to look at the card closely because there are lots and lots of, you know, plague, pestilent, sloth, wrath, envy type of messaging going on. But here you have your, you know, rainbow goddess, and all the animals are up under her. I think I saw a honey badger. 7 heavenly virtues, aka your keys to goodness. I do love that there's so many stars and planets. This is the unicorn. Oh, unicorn is invite serendipity. And there it looks like, you know, she's either asleep on his back or maybe just part of the unicorn. And then we have the last card, which is vacation. Oh my gosh, could you use one of those? Vacation says take time for relaxation and adventure, and she is on a flying carpet. I love that. I love this deck. I think the artwork is beautiful. My only critique of this deck is there do seem to be some children of color in some of these images, but I would say that most of the images where there are people that are you know, the people are kind of the main thing. They do appear to be mostly white folks. This looks like maybe a woman of color. I appreciate when decks, and some of these are kind of, you can't really tell like what maybe the woman, like this one looks like maybe a white lady to me, but I don't know, maybe they meant it, you know, maybe they meant it to not be, you know, where you can't really tell if the woman has a color or not. I actually appreciate it. Now these women, obviously, when they're blue and pink like that, they're mystical or fairies or whatever. But I actually appreciate it when there are women figures represented in all different shapes, sizes, and colors in decks. Because the truth of the matter is that there are all kinds of women looking at these cards. Old women, fat women, black women, white women, women who have different abilities, women who have had children, women who haven't had children. So I actually really appreciate it when decks are extremely representative. And not to leave the males out either. I know there are lots of male tarot readers. I don't see a lot of male figures in this deck, but I don't get the sense that this deck was supposed to be male-centric. You know, it is mystical wisdom, and I think that Josephine Wall, I think her artwork is very divine feminine-centric, so I actually do appreciate that. Overall, I think this is a beautiful deck. Again, I will put a link in the down bar for you guys so that you can check it out on Amazon. Mystical Wisdom. Yeah, love it. And until next time, huge blessings. Bye-bye.